Hello and welcome to another edition of Pump Up the Jam. Yes, this is where we dissect and discuss the goings-on of the Walmart Wallace, of course.
Another one bites the dust. The saga of the Sussex staff exodus continues to unfold, leaving many to wonder what is really happening behind the scenes. Sussex staff exodus continues. They said they wanted freedom. They said they wanted privacy. What they got? A revolving door of disgruntled employees. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, have been vocal about their desire to carve out a new life away from the royal spotlight. Yet it seems that their quest for independence has come with its own set of challenges, particularly when it comes to retaining staff. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are once again making headlines, but not for their philanthropy or activism. Oh no. This time it's for all the wrong reasons. The couple, who have been at the center of media attention for years, are now facing scrutiny over their ability to maintain a stable team. Reports suggest that the work environment in their Montecito mansion is far from the idyllic paradise one might expect. Another staff member has jumped ship, fleeing the supposed serenity of Montecito for, well, anywhere else. The latest departure adds to a growing list of employees who have chosen to leave the Sussex household. This raises questions about the working conditions and the expectations placed on those who serve the Duke and Duchess. Is anyone surprised? This isn't a blip, a one-off. It's a pattern, a worrying pattern of staff fleeing the Sussex ship faster than you can say Megxit. The term Megxit itself has become synonymous with the couple's dramatic exit from royal duties, and now it seems to be taking on a new meaning as staff members exit their employ at an alarming rate. Nannies, secretaries, PR gurus, no one seems able to handle the heat in the Sussex kitchen. The roles that have seen turnover are varied, indicating that the issue may not be isolated to a specific type of job, but rather a broader problem within the household.
The Duchess of Sussex and the Poundland Prince, Prince Harry, with me, Cristo, here in London, and LA, are you there?
Hi guys, Kinsey Schofield here. That's right. Today we're going to talk all about Harry and Meghan's upcoming trip to Colombia. We've lost another staff member. I'm losing my ability to count them on my fingers and toes at this point for Archewell. Another one bites the dust, and a lot of questions surrounding the future of American Riviera Orchard. So we've got a lot to discuss today.
You're right. Do you need to borrow any body parts to count up the members of staff that we've lost, Kinsey? I'll donate a few because there have been
I won't.
so many. Is it because I saw a bit of reaction? I mean, if anyone wants to know the story, this is Josh Kettler, and this was the very grandly titled Chief of Staff, and this was the man that was apparently going to guide Harry through his next phase. As it turned out, he was only going to guide Harry through the next 3 months, because that's how long he lasted in his job. So as you rightly say, another staff member, a much heralded staff member that has been lost to the Sussexes. Firstly, what's your reaction, Kinsey, and why do you think that this person might have left?
Well, People magazine is reporting that the Duke and Duchess's chief of staff left his position after 3 months, but he was hired on a trial basis, and the decision to part ways was mutual, with both sides agreeing it wasn't the right fit. So,
Whether it's the high demands, the intense media scrutiny, or something else entirely, the Sussexes are struggling to keep their team intact. The question on everyone's lips: what exactly is going on behind those perfectly manicured hedges? The public is left to speculate about the true nature of life in the Sussex household. Is it the pressure of living up to their public image? Or perhaps the challenge of balancing their personal and professional lives? Whatever the reason, the exodus of staff members is a clear sign that all is not well in the world of Harry and Meghan. As the story continues to develop, one thing is certain: the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will remain in the spotlight, for better or for worse. The royal runaround. Who left and why? The royal household has always been a place of intrigue and speculation, but recent events have taken the drama to new heights. This time, it's the turn of insert name and position of the latest staff member to leave. Another key player in the royal machinery has decided to step down, leaving many to wonder what's really going on behind those palace walls. A crucial cog in the Sussex machine, responsible for briefly explain their role. This individual was instrumental in managing day-to-day operations, ensuring that everything ran smoothly for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Their departure raises questions about the internal dynamics of the royal team. Their official statement? The usual platitudes about new opportunities and different paths. It's the kind of diplomatic language we've come to expect, carefully crafted to avoid any hint of controversy. But let's be honest, no one's buying it. The public and the media are always looking for the real story, the hidden truths that lie beneath the polished surface. The rumor mill, however, paints a different picture. Whispers of discontent and behind-the-scenes drama are circulating, suggesting that all is not well in the royal camp.
I always turn to People magazine. I feel like they are the new Omid Scobie. Harry and Meghan work very closely with them, are featured on the cover of their magazines, and we get a lot of insight into what's going on from Harry and Meghan's perspective from People magazine, because they're giving people permission to talk to them on their behalf. But this is coming just a month after Dominic Reed, the CEO who led Invictus Games from its creation, stepped down as well when he said it's time for someone new to take this vital movement forward into the second decade. He resigned, I would say, almost hours after Prince Harry accepted the Pat Tillman Award on national television, and I don't think that that was a coincidence. So this isn't a great look for the Sussexes. Newsweek points out that all of the Sussex's staff departures tend to draw attention because of that very wild December 2018 article out of the Sunday Times, which reported that Meghan Markle was a difficult boss. That's really where she got the nickname Duchess Difficult. And this was after Meghan had lost her second close aide, Samantha Cohen, the one that we found out called Harry and Meghan teenagers. Working with them was like working with a bunch of teenagers. But a pretty critical headline even coming from Newsweek about the most recent departure. It says Prince Harry staff departure echoes major crisis.
And of course, we alluded to this last week, didn't we? These bullying allegations from when Meghan was in Buckingham Palace, part of the royal family herself. So this does all reinforce this idea that they are an absolute nightmare. And some of their supporters online are saying, as you have rightly said, that it's a mutual decision. Some people have actually said as well, why do they need a chief of staff? I mean, did this person quit just out of sheer boredom?
Sources close to the couple whisper of insert a rumor about demanding behavior, impossible schedules, or clashes with Meghan. These sources hint at a work environment fraught with tension and high expectations, where staff members are pushed to their limits. Let's not forget the string of high-profile exits that came before, a pattern that seems to be repeating itself with alarming regularity. Mention 2 to 3 other staff members who have left with a very brief description of their roles. For instance, name, who was the communications secretary, and name, the personal assistant, both left citing similar reasons. Their departures were also shrouded in mystery and speculation. Is this starting to feel familiar? The cycle of hiring and resignations seems to be an ongoing saga, raising questions about the sustainability of the current setup. Are we witnessing a deeper issue within the royal household, or is this just the nature of working in such a high-pressure environment? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain, the intrigue surrounding the royal family is far from over. Whispers from the palace, the inner workings of the Sussex household have always been shrouded in mystery and intrigue. Inside the Sussex working machine, a world where the demands are high, and the stakes even higher. So, what's it really like to work for the Duke and Duchess? The reality is far from the glamorous image often portrayed in the media. Insiders paint a picture of long hours, constant pressure, and a management style that could be politely described as demanding. The environment is intense, with every detail scrutinized to perfection.
Because they don't really do anything that warrants a job for someone who is very corporate, for someone who took this role hopefully wanting to get their teeth into it, that actually there isn't much for them to be getting on with Because they don't really do anything.
Well, this is their second international tour this year, so I would bet. I mean, they're obviously trying to do some. They're trying to fly. So, I think that there is an argument that they are trying to create something around these international tours.
Now, I've got to talk. I don't know. Did you see the spat online between Richard Eden, who broke this story, and Chris Shipp, the royal correspondent from ITV? Because there's been a little bit of a spat between them, and it's quite interesting because Richard Eden pointed out that ITV News has been told the departure was a mutual decision.
One former employee, speaking on condition of anonymity, described it as a pressure cooker. The expectations are sky high, and the margin for error is virtually non-existent. Another source revealed that during a particularly challenging project, tensions ran so high that a staff member broke down in tears after a heated discussion with Meghan. The pressure to deliver was immense, and the emotional toll was palpable. It's important to remember that Harry and Meghan are no strangers to hard work. Their commitment to their causes and their relentless pursuit of excellence set a high bar for everyone around them. Their schedules are jam-packed with engagements, charitable endeavors, and, of course, those lucrative business deals. From dawn till dusk, their days are meticulously planned, leaving little room for error. But is it fair to expect their staff to operate at that same relentless pace? And at what cost? The high turnover rate among their employees suggests that the demands may be too much for many to handle. The question remains, can the pursuit of perfection justify the personal sacrifices made by those behind the scenes? As the Sussexes continue to carve out their unique path, the spotlight on their working environment grows ever brighter. The balance between achieving greatness and maintaining a healthy work-life balance is a delicate one, and only time will tell how the Sussex working machine will evolve. Yeah, brand Sussex. Can you put a price on happiness and loyalty? Because that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Harry and Meghan have built a brand on compassion, authenticity, and breaking free from the shackles of tradition. But how does this constant staff churn reflect on that carefully crafted image? Sponsors and partners may start to question the stability and, dare we say, the ethics of associating with the Sussex brand. After all, a brand is more than just a logo or a catchy slogan. It's about trust, values, and yes, loyalty. And right now, the Sussex brand is hemorrhaging loyalty faster than it can say Archewell. The court of public opinion. Are Harry and Meghan victims or villains? Now, some might say this is all just tabloid fodder, a way to paint the Sussexes in a negative light. They'll point to the relentless media scrutiny, the constant invasions of privacy, the very real threats to their safety. And they wouldn't be entirely wrong. Harry and Meghan have been subjected to a level of vitriol and harassment that is frankly appalling. But does that excuse everything? Does being a victim absolve you from treating others with respect? The court of public opinion is notoriously fickle, and right now, the jury's still out on this one. The Markles versus the monarchy, a battle of branding. Let's not forget, this isn't just about Harry and Meghan, it's about the institution they represent, or rather, the one they left behind. Every misstep, every scandal, every disgruntled employee reflects not just on them, but on the British monarchy itself. And the palace PR machine is watching, waiting for the Sussexes to stumble. This is a battle of brands, a clash of old world versus new world, and right now, it's anyone's game.